In the universe of popular music, few names are as iconic as Michael Jackson. He wasn't just a singer, he was the king of pop, a global innovator. For years it seemed no one could match his artistry or impact. Then came Abel Tesfaye, known as the Weeknd, a mysterious new voice who quickly drew comparisons to Jackson. The similarities are striking. Both possess smooth, high-tenor vocals, and a signature falsetto that echoes Jackson's style. Their ambition to push musical and visual boundaries is clear, with both turning music videos into cinematic events, and commanding the stage with theatrical flair. But the comparison goes deeper than sound or style. It's about how each redefined superstardom for their era. Jackson blended R&B, pop, rock, and funk. The Weeknd fuses dark R&B with synth-pop and hip-hop, adapting the formula for a digital generation. The Weeknd openly cites Jackson as a key inspiration, making this comparison part of his own story. By exploring their careers, we see how pop music evolves, yet the essence of true icon status remains timeless. This video dives into that evolution, examining how two artists redefined what it means to be a global superstar. Every legend has a unique origin, and Michael Jackson and the Weeknd's beginnings couldn't be more different. Michael, born in Gary, Indiana, was thrust into the spotlight as a child, molded by his strict father into the star of the Jackson 5. His early life was a mix of relentless discipline and lost childhood, fueling both his work ethic and the longing that shaped his art. In contrast, Abel Tesfaye grew up in Toronto, raised by his mother and grandmother after his father left. He felt like an outsider, speaking Amharic at home and drifting through school before dropping out. His teenage years were marked by rebellion and darkness, experiences that became the raw material for his music. While Michael's talent was showcased to the world from a young age, Abel's early years were spent in anonymity, forming the Weeknd persona during a period of struggle. The name The Weeknd itself came from leaving home and never looking back. Jackson's public spectacle of talent contrasts with the Weeknd's private journey through shadows, each forging a unique, compelling musical identity. Their origins shaped the artists they would become, setting the stage for their rise to stardom. The rise to fame for Michael Jackson and the Weeknd reflects two different eras in music. Michael's journey began with the Jackson 5, but his solo career exploded with Off the Wall and then Thriller, a cultural phenomenon that broke records and racial barriers. His music videos, especially for Billie Jean and Thriller, revolutionized the industry and made him a global superstar. The Weeknd's ascent was a product of the internet age. He started anonymously, uploading haunting R&B tracks to YouTube, letting the music speak for itself. His early mixtapes built a cult following, blending R&B with indie and electronic sounds. Gradually, he transitioned to mainstream success, polishing his sound and topping charts with hits like Can't Feel My Face in the Hills. Albums like Starboy and After Hours cemented his place as a global force. While Jackson's rise was televised and spectacular, the Weeknd's was digital and mysterious. Both, however, redefined what it means to become a superstar in their respective times. Their journeys show how the path to the top evolves, but the drive for innovation and connection remains the same. Each artist, in their own way, changed the rules of the game. Their stories are a testament to the power of reinvention in pop music. Success in music is often measured by numbers, and both Michael Jackson and the Weeknd have set staggering records. Jackson's Thriller remains the best-selling album ever, with over 70 million copies sold, and he's won 13 Grammys and 39 Guinness World Records. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice and became a symbol of cultural dominance. The Weeknd, thriving in the streaming era, has sold over 100 million records and broke records with Blinding Lights, which spent over 90 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. He became the first artist to surpass 100 million monthly Spotify listeners. With 4 Grammys and 20 Billboard Music Awards, his achievements reflect a new era of music consumption. Both artists headlined the Super Bowl halftime show, joining an elite group. Jackson's legacy was built on physical sales and spectacle, the Weeknd's on digital mastery and global reach. Their achievements prove that true icons dominate no matter how the industry changes. Behind the fame, both Michael Jackson and the Weeknd reveal the complexities of life as a superstar. Jackson's childhood in the spotlight led to a lifelong struggle for privacy and normalcy, fueling his creation of Neverland Ranch and his protective approach to fatherhood. His personal life was a constant media spectacle, with every relationship and decision scrutinized. The Weeknd, in contrast, fiercely guards his privacy, letting his music reveal glimpses of his struggles and relationships. He's been open about past drug use and heartbreak, channeling pain into his art while keeping his true self, Abel Tesfaye, largely hidden. Where Jackson's life was public and often chaotic, The Weeknd's is carefully curated, using mystery as both shield and inspiration. Both artists show that the price of superstardom is often paid in the currency of personal sacrifice. Image is everything for a superstar, and both Jackson and The Weeknd mastered the art of self-presentation. Jackson's look, sparkling glove, military jackets, and signature moves became iconic, but his changing appearance drew relentless media scrutiny. The press shifted from adoration to criticism, turning his life into a public battleground between reality and perception. The Weeknd took a different route, starting with total anonymity and letting his music create the mystique. As he stepped into the spotlight, he used his image as performance art, most notably with the bandaged, bruised character for After Hours. Each album cycle brings a new persona, separating his art from his private life and giving him control over his narrative. This strategy shields him from the invasive speculation that haunted Jackson. The Weeknd uses social media to connect directly with fans, shaping his image on his own terms. Both artists show that crafting an image is as much about protection as it is about performance. In the end, their mastery of image helped define their legacies. No superstar escapes controversy, and both Jackson and The Weeknd have faced their share. Jackson's career was marred by serious allegations and legal battles, culminating in a tragic end before his planned comeback. The relentless scrutiny, health struggles, and financial woes marked a heartbreaking downfall for the king of pop. The Weeknd's controversies have been less personal but still significant, most notably his public boycott of the Grammys after being snubbed for After Hours. He called out the awards for corruption, sparking industry-wide debate. A rare misstep came with his HBO series The Idol, which was panned by critics and cancelled after one season. Unlike Jackson's legal and personal crises, The Weeknd's setbacks have been professional, offering opportunities for growth and reinvention. Both artists show that controversy is an inevitable part of fame, but how they respond shapes their legacy. Their stories remind us that even icons are vulnerable to the pressures of the spotlight. The path to greatness is never without obstacles. True greatness is measured by influence, and both Jackson and The Weeknd have left indelible marks on music and culture. Jackson revolutionized the music video, set new standards for performance, and broke down racial barriers, inspiring generations of artists. His dance moves, genre-blending sound, and visual storytelling became the blueprint for the modern pop superstar. The Weeknd, building on Jackson's legacy, pioneered a darker, more atmospheric R&B that reshaped the genre. His early mixtapes and visual album concepts influenced a new wave of artists and changed how music careers are built in the digital age. He showed that mystery and narrative could drive global success, even before signing a record deal. Collaborations with artists across genres cemented his place as a central figure in contemporary music. Both artists redefined what it means to be a pop icon, each shaping the sound and style of their era. Their influence will echo for generations. In the end, the legacies of Michael Jackson and The Weeknd are defined by their transformative impact on music. Jackson remains the king of pop, a revolutionary who transcended boundaries and became a global symbol. His legacy is brilliant but complex, forever intertwined with both triumph and controversy. The Weeknd's story is still unfolding, but he's already a pioneer of the streaming era, redefining R&B and pop for a new generation. He took Jackson's blueprint and adapted it for a digital, more cynical world. Their comparison isn't about who's better, it's about celebrating two artists who reached the pinnacle of their craft in different ways. Jackson set the standard for superstardom. The Weeknd became the voice of his era. Together, they show the timeless power of music to connect, inspire, and define culture. Their echoes will resonate for generations to come. The story of these two icons is a testament to the enduring magic of pop music. Their legacies remind us that true artistry is both a reflection of its time and a force that shapes the future.